What if I told you that every time you check your bank account, use a credit card, or send money across borders, you're using financial technology invented by a medieval Italian family over 600 years ago? But here's the twist. The very system that made this family unimaginably powerful would eventually destroy their bank. This is the story of the Medici, not just patrons of the Renaissance, but pioneers of modern banking. And it all began with a problem. Europe, 1400s. The economy is stuck. Wealth means land. Cash is rare. Most people trade goods for goods. Barter everywhere. And money is dangerous. Traveling with gold means risking your life. Bandits control the roads. One attack can erase years of work. But there is a deeper problem. The Catholic Church has banned usury. Charging interest on loans is a mortal sin. If you lend money for profit, you risk excommunication, social death, and eternal damnation. So medieval merchants face an impossible question. How do you finance international trade when you can't safely move money and can't legally charge interest? That answer came from northern Italy. By the 1400s, cities like Venice, Florence, and Genoa are booming. Trade routes stretch from England to Egypt, from Spain to Constantinople. Spices, wool, silk, metals, everything is moving faster. But the old financial system can't keep up. So Italian bankers begin to invent new tools, quiet innovations that will change the world. First, the letter of credit. A merchant deposits money in Florence and receives a piece of paper. That paper can be exchanged in London or Paris for the same value. No gold, no bandits. If this sounds familiar, it should. This is the ancestor of the modern bank transfer. Second, bills of exchange. Every city has its own currency, so bankers create contracts that convert money between cities. But here's the genius. They hide interest inside exchange rates. A florin might officially be worth 2 ducats, but the bank exchanges it for slightly less. That small difference spread across thousands of transactions becomes a fortune. Technically, it's not usury. Legally, brilliant. Third, double-entry bookkeeping. Every transaction is recorded twice. A debit and a credit. For the first time, merchants can track profits, losses, and risk. Once you invent this system, you can scale a business almost infinitely. Even today, every company on Earth uses this exact method. Florence is now filled with banks. But one family goes further than all the others, the Medici. In 1397, Giovanni di Bicci de' Medici founds the Medici Bank. His strategy is simple. Think bigger. While other banks operate in 1 or 2 cities, the Medici build a network. Florence, Rome, Venice, Milan, Geneva. This isn't just a bank anymore. It's the world's first multinational financial institution. For the first time in history, money moves faster than kings can control it. Then comes the masterstroke. The Medici become the official bankers to the Pope. Every church in Europe sends money to Rome. Taxes, donations, tithes, and almost all of it flows through the Medici Bank. The same church that banned interest now depends on bankers who have mastered it. The Medici don't just store this money. They move it. They invest it. They lend it. And when the Pope's own banker charges exchange fees, who is going to accuse them of usury? By the mid-15th century, under Cosimo de' Medici, the family controls one of the largest private fortunes in Europe. Cosimo never calls himself a king. He doesn't need to. In Florence, power follows money, and the Medici control the money. This is where banking meets culture. The Medici fund artists, architects, thinkers. Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, Donatello. They don't just finance art. They shape careers. The Renaissance isn't only a cultural revolution. It's a financial one. But nothing lasts forever. Loans go unpaid. Managers steal. Politics turns violent. In 1478, the Pazzi conspiracy attempts to assassinate Lorenzo de' Medici. The attack fails, but the damage is done. By 1494, the Medici Bank collapses. The family is exiled from Florence. The bank that changed finance forever is bankrupt. But ideas don't die so easily. The Medici Bank failed. Its systems did not. International banking networks, double-entry bookkeeping, letters of credit, currency exchange, finance as political power. These ideas become the foundation of modern capitalism. 600 years ago, the Medici solved a problem, and in doing so, they created a system we still can't escape. So the next time you tap your phone to pay for coffee, transfer money across borders, or check your account balance, remember this: a medieval Italian banker made it possible. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe to encourage us to continue working on these videos. See y'all!